no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, so you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life. You better do the damn thing right.
Welcome back to the ShoeBenderPod podcast, guys. I'm so glad to have you guys back. Really excited to have you guys back, guys. Man, I know it's been a while, but I had to hold this whole podcasting off until this series got over, because man, if there's one team that really stresses me out, is that whack ass team we just got done playing. I'm gonna dive real deep into that series. I'm gonna dive into the other series that have been going on as well. But man, it's awesome. It's a great feeling right now, guys. It really is. It's a really great feeling right now. Definitely got tested big time in this series. Huge. Before I keep going though, guys, if I could get you guys to like, comment, subscribe to the page, I'd greatly appreciate it. Still do anyways. Love every single one of you guys. I really do. But man, I cannot wait to dive into this Golden State Warriors series. Man, like literally just what a series. So glad that, we came out on the winning end of it, because, I mean, these guys are defending champs. I mean, they're defending champs for a reason. No matter what lead, I've said it plenty of times on my podcast, no matter what lead you have against the Golden State Warriors, it's never safe. You could be up by 30. It don't matter. Like, it really does not matter how much you're up on this team until it hits triple zeros and you've won the game. You cannot let the gas off with these guys at all whatsoever, because you got literally the greatest shooting duo we've ever seen in Clay and Curry. I'm going to give this team the, major props, because I honestly don't have an issue with the Warriors. It's really just all their fan base, which I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of people feel. It's just their damn fan base that nobody likes. Like, literally, like, nobody fucking likes y'all. Like, nobody in the NBA likes y'all. Not even in the NBA, literally outside of it. Like, literally nobody messes with Golden State Warrior fans, because they're the worst, bro. Like, they really are. Literally, I did not see not one single Golden State Warriors jersey back in 2009 when Curry got drafted. If y'all, for those of y'all that didn't know that, which probably a lot of Golden State fans didn't know that, because they didn't start watching basketball until 2015. You know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't even Golden State Warrior jerseys in 2014 when they got knocked out by the Clippers. Like, there wasn't even jerseys then, but all of a sudden this, Curry has that magical, year, which he does. I mean, he had a great year that year in 2015. Splash Bros really showed out, and obviously they won against the greatest player to ever play, LeBron James, without Kyrie and Love. But, that's, everybody knows that story. We don't really need to dive too deep into that. But literally, like, just their fan base is like the absolute worst, bro. Like, they're just the worst. Like, yeah, you could probably, if you want to bring it up like in NFL terms, it'd be like the Patriots fans, right? Like, nobody was a Patriots fan whatsoever. Then all of a sudden, they're all over the place. Granted, that's what happens with great teams, though. They do bring in fan bases, brand new fan bases that weren't there before. That's what great teams do, and especially if they're winning, which the Patriots and the Golden State Warriors have done. But like I said, I'm definitely gonna give the Warriors lots of props, man. I really am. They're definitely been a very, very worthy adversary. There's really not a team that I never thought I could hate a team more than Boston, but literally the Warriors are probably above that, man, just because of how they've beaten us, because it's been in the finals, right? It's been in the finals when they beat us. When the Celtics beat us, it's kind of like, whatever, because it happened like in the playoff rounds. But when you get to the finals, man, it's the greatest, the biggest stage in the world. and you keep losing to this fucking team. You know what I'm saying? It's so annoying. Like, you really learn to really hate this team. Um, they're a great team, man. They have a great GM. They have a great coach. They constantly reload. Like, this whole dynasty thing's over. The only way this dynasty is ever going to be over is if Draymond or Clay leave. One of those guys have to leave. That's the only way this is over. If none of them leave, then it's still not over. It's still not over. Like I said, you can't count these guys out. You can never count these guys out. They're very fine tool. The one thing that really kind of, because I've been keeping up with the media after this, obviously. Because if we didn't, I wouldn't be looking at the media as much. Let's be real, dog. Let's be real. Damn well your boy ain't looking at that shit. Like, hell nah. My screen time jumping down 40% from last week if we would have lost that game. But, what's been kind of tripping me out is that I've been seeing, Steve Kerr said that, even Draymond said it too, that this team was maxed out. What do you mean it was maxed out? Like, this, you literally had only, like 2 or 3 players, if that, gone from last year's team? You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally had the same team. Like, what do you mean it maxed out? What do you mean, like, this wasn't the championship team? You literally had pretty much the exact same team that you had last year. That makes no sense. And you could say, because I'm pretty sure your Warriors fans say, Iguodala doesn't play. Really? You really think Iguodala would have made that much of a difference in this series? I'm going to tell you right now, I think hell no. I think your best chance of winning was him not playing. There was another guy on that team that really, he really secured a bag this upcoming offseason where they're going to have a lot of contending teams wanting to grab this player from the Golden State Warriors, and that's DiVincenzo, man. Man, that guy's energy, his hustle, the way he just plays basketball, never gives up. I mean, he's constantly, going up for rebound. Like, he's just doing everything you need a championship player to do. DiVincenzo does, man. Unfortunately, he was on the losing team. But I know for a fact next year that guy's there's gonna be a lot of contending teams that are gonna try to grab DiVincenzo, pull him away from the Warriors. And that's another thing of reloading as well. Like, they just bought, I think it's Bob Myers, their GM. Like, he does a really good job at finding guys that just fit well around Clay and Draymond and Steph. Obviously, you got the whole Jordan Poole thing as well, because you've been hearing that get brought up as well. That it just that the locker room was just fractured ever since then. And if you've played sports, you don't even have to play it at that high of a level. And it's not even at sports. Like, even if it happened at your work site, if someone drops you at your work site where you work, and there's videos of it, and for that part, or for them, unfortunately, they're at such a high level of scrutiny and eyes watching them, right? And then you're also part of the Golden State Warriors, which everybody's always watching as well. And that gets put out to the world. The whole world sees that. I mean, hell yeah, even as a man, it's always gonna rub you the wrong way, always. And that's another reason why it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really interesting what happens this offseason to see if they do bring it back Draymond. If you ask me personally, I say no. I think they're investing in Jordan Poole. I mean, obviously they are. They paid this guy $150 million. Like, they showed where they wanted their investments. They showed that they invested in Poole, and they invested in Wiggins. They did not invest in Clay. They did not invest in Draymond. They could have re-signed those guys instead of the younger cats, but they didn't. They chose the 2 younger cats. Like, what? I mean, come on, man. Like, you don't have to be a neuroscientist to know that freaking we're choosing these guys because they're younger. And they're also, I think they were also going off last year too, when Jordan Poole, would have those flashes of him dropping like 30 and all that stuff. And then this year, he was literally a no-show throughout this whole series. This whole series, there was never a Jordan Poole game, which I thought there at least was gonna be one. But they're never accumulated a Jordan Poole game in this series. The one time where I just I think it was game 3. Yeah, it was game 1. It was game 1. And no, it wasn't game one. I'm over game one because we won game one. It was like game two. It was the adjustment when they took Looney out, and I believe that was game two because they ended up winning that game. And at first, because they kept on killing us with that pick and roll, man. And towards the end of the series, they started killing us with the pick and roll with Draymond, and then him just pretty much getting wide open layups at the rim all the time, which was actually kind of nice for us because it didn't matter if he was getting wide open layups as long as we're guarding everybody else. We did such a great job at defending Clay and I was gonna say Clay and Thompson, Clay and Curry. Just a tremendous job. Like there was, obviously there was 2 games that Steph went off, whatever, it's cool. But Clay never went off. He never had that huge game. Looney, I mean, it's crazy. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if anybody. I don't get how nobody's trying to pull that guy away from the Warriors, man. He's just such a great rebounder. Such a great rebounder. On both sides, it doesn't matter. This guy's getting the board. It is so annoying. It is so annoying going up against Looney. Like, really. As a Warrior fan, I know you like, for you Warrior fans, I know you guys freaking love that guy. Like, for sure, because I would. Because, gosh, damn, that dude's annoying, bro, on the offense and defensive boards. He gets, like, bro, he's a great rebounder. And it's so crazy because it looks like, like you're expecting him to tire out, but he never really did. But he did hurt the Warriors a lot when he was on the court because we never had to guard him. So it literally was 5-on-4 on defense. And man, I mean, and that's another great thing too. Our defense has been so stout. It has been so stout. That's why I know for a fact, I keep telling you guys to go bet on the Lakers to win the championship, man, because the odds are going to get just slimmer and slimmer. They're going to win the chip. I've been saying this before the play-in. They legit have the number 1 defense everywhere, and we've had the best record going into the playoffs after the All-Star game. It does matter. That does go into effect. We're literally the hottest team next to the Heat, because the Heat's another team you really have to worry about. They are playing really good. The vibes are super high there. The only thing with the Heat though is that I don't feel like they've really been tested. I mean, they're 8-2 in their playoff run. Like I mean, it goes to show how great of a team they are as well. So let's not take that away. But it's like, come on, man. Like, like you guys haven't really been tested. Like your series, I think it was only once that it was tied, right? Once. But like literally, like they've never really been tested. And you got the Lakers on the other side who literally just beat the defending champs. Nobody was giving them a shot against the Grizzlies, even though now what people want to make it seem like the Grizzlies like were whatever. No. I remember I kept every single receipt from everybody. Stephen A. Smith is one of them too. Like, oh man, like I'm so glad we won to just be able to shove it in that dude's face. This dude really tried to say that we feared Curry, that we had a sense of fear of Curry. Why the hell would we have a fear against that guy, bro? If you've been a Braun fan, you know for a fact, like there's literally, why in the hell would we scared of this guy? We do not fear this guy. When he throws up that 3-pointer, do we always think it's going in? Yeah, we'll say that. When he chucks that freaking 3 up, you're just like, gosh, damn it, because you have a feeling like it's gonna go in, right? Because you've seen it so many times. But to say like to fear this guy, hell no. Hell no. Hell no, we do not fear that guy, bro. Never. Not never. Like, literally. That was one of the things I remember seeing that and Stephen A. talking about that, and that really triggered me. Like, that really pissed me off for him to say that. Oh, and he's like, not in the sense of, like, being scared or being this. It's like, bro, that's what you're saying. What's fear then? That's literally the definition of fear. Like, it's clown. Like, literally. Every panel, everybody had the Golden State Warriors winning. Everybody. You know how quiet it's been in social media the last couple of days? It's been real quiet. It's been super quiet, ultra quiet. Like hyperbolic time chamber quiet. Like ain't nobody hearing shit. Ain't nobody got nothing to say now. Nobody. Even people in my own circle were going for Curry. And even they had to get proven wrong. And I love it. I love every second of it. I love every second that they keep down when we go up against this whack-ass team. And anytime it's fair and it's fair game and everybody's healthy, we beat them. LeBron beats them. Anytime it's a level playing field and everybody's healthy, we beat them. Every time. Every time. And it's always been like that. Always. And like it's just man, like it's a great feeling. Like I said, it's a great feeling just to be able to be like, basically, right? Like up in people's faces, like I told you ass. Like ain't nobody scared about the Warriors, bro. I said it even before the series. Go ahead and watch my previous podcast. I've been saying it. They've been a bad team on the road. You know which team's undefeated in the playoffs right now at home? It's the Lakers. It's the Lakers, man. You also have the Golden State Warriors. They were top 3 in turnovers out of all teams in the playoffs. You're not going to beat a team that's hot as the Lakers right now, turn the ball over that many times. There was a lot of careless turnovers this last game as well. Lots of them. There's another thing going on as well that I keep seeing a lot of people bitching about the officiating. You know who led the NBA in foul shots this year? It was the Lakers. Woo! That is not that's not a big revealance or anything. That's not something new. Literally, you can look it up. The Lakers led the NBA in free throw shooting by a high margin. So this shit has been going on the whole year, not just in the playoffs. The only reason why you guys are going to bring it up now is because now you're actually seeing the Lakers play. But if you've been watching the Lakers play, this is nothing new. This has been going on all season. So what are you complaining about? Literally, go look it up. But since you only just watch your team and you don't inform yourself on other teams, of course you're going to get your feelings hurt and you're going to get mad because you didn't know all these other factors were in the part of this game. You know what I'm saying? Also seeing that ratio of when Curry was off the court, they were like -30. Like it was like horrible than when he was on the court. That goes to show literally everything just ran through him. Eventually he's gonna get tired too. You remember you know who he was chasing the series before that? Which I think contributed big time into the Lakers winning as well. I don't even feel I feel like Steve Kerr. I feel like he used the wrong word when he said this team was maxed out. What I think he meant to say was like this team was just gassed out. It was straight fatigued, bro. I said in my previous episodes as well, I've never seen, well, I probably have, but just recently, because I'm going off recency bias, I have not seen a more fast-paced game than between the Warriors and the Kings, bro. That legit was one of the fastest-paced games I've ever seen. These guys were flying up and down the court, and then when they were flying up and down the court, they were chucking up threes, and then they're flying back and forth again. Like that tempo in that series, I think really, really grinded down the Warriors. And then, in the second round, you run into a physical juggernaut, a defensive juggernaut in the Lakers. And I just felt like that was just too much. It was just too much. And obviously it wasn't for Curry because, he was still playing good. But it definitely affected everybody else. Because Looney, he probably he was getting these boards. He was getting everything. But he never affected the game like he affected the game with the Kings. He never affected it to that point. And I'm pretty sure he was gassed. Because, he had like 20 boards like in 4 games. Out of this 8-game span, 12-game span, whatever it was for him. Like, that's a lot of boards and constantly rebounding. Especially with a guy, that's had, back problems, man. But yeah, I felt like that series really helped, us out in running into them afterwards. Because I know for a fact they were just gassed out, man. So that's why I feel like Kerr just used the wrong word when he said they were maxed out. I just feel like they were more gassed out. But yeah, that narrative's gotta stop with about the whole free throw things, man. Y'all better get used to it. Y'all better get comfortable with it, because in the next round it's gonna be the same shit, and once we get to the finals, it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna get these calls. It's been consistent all year. It's not like it's nothing new. That's all I'm trying to say. It's like, should we get them all? I'm not gonna complain about it, guys. I'm not gonna complain at all about that. But I mean, it is nothing new. It is nothing new. It's been going on, and like I said, get comfortable with it, because it's gonna keep on going on into the next 2 rounds. But man, just what a series. It was really good to see Lonnie Walker finally get some minutes, because I've been talking about Lonnie Walker getting some minutes, because he's a certified bucket, man. He's been a certified bucket. I mean, the guy started off as a starter and then literally rode the bench the rest of the year. I mean, that could literally crush any player's confidence. And then he showed it big time in this series. He was like the unsung hero, because the Warriors weren't expecting him to get thrown in. Darvin Ham, I mean, also too, great adjustments. Every game was an adjustment. Every single game. The Warriors never won a back-to-back game against us. Darvin Ham really outcoached. Actually, our whole coaching staff outcoached the Warriors as well. Especially in that 6th game, it really showed that. I loved how aggressive LeBron was in Game 6, just right off the bat. Davis was really aggressive. It was just really good to see that. It was really good to see LeBron just attacking the rim, not settling for threes, grabbing the ball and starting to post up, which pretty much opened everything else for all of his teammates, because you have to double team. There was a lot of times where LeBron got the switch and he did have Curry on him. And I mean, if you have that matchup, you know, it's dangerous, because you have to double team. And there's one person you don't want to double team with the ball in their hand, is LeBron James, because he is going to find the right person to pass it to every time. 10 out of 10. And you know, it was just very good to see us dominate like that. And when we play like that, nobody's going to beat us, because Anthony Davis didn't even have a great offensive game. He was just doing everything else. He was he was contesting shots. He had another 20 board game, I believe. He was so great defensively in this series, and going into the next series, it's nice, because he's not gonna have to run around as much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, AR-15 said it best. He's like, yo, I'm glad we won, but I'm more glad that I don't have to chase Curry and Thompson, because it is going to be easier against the Nuggets. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, the Nuggets, obviously, they're number 1 seed. They are a solid team, but it's a bad matchup for them against us. It's a really bad matchup against us, especially with the confidence that we have. The confidence that we have is crazy right now. We're not like D-Book and KD that are just, you know, they're jump shooters. They're not going to really attack the rim the way we do and get the calls. That's why we've been leading the NBA in calls as well, because everybody's attacking. Schroeder's attacking. D'Lo's attacking. AR's attacking. AD's attacking. LeBron's attacking. Rui's attacking. That's the 6 guys already that are constantly going to keep on attacking the paint. Constantly attack the paint. And then the defense is just suffocating. Mo Bamba's going to be available this next series, which is going to be big too, to be able to get more length and against Joker. I mean, I feel like he's going to be a real big X factor this next series because of his length and his size. But yeah, this Game 6 was awesome. In the first quarter, you know, the LAKESHOW, I mean, really got to a really good lead. It was like 27-10. And then, of course, like I said, no lead is safe against this Golden State Warriors team. They made their run. And then what it looked like, they were about to go into the half with a hella momentum, right? It was a 7-point game, about to be a 7-point game. But then it was just a great sequence. You had DiVincenzo try to go for a layup. AD contests it and swats it. Ball gets tossed out to AR. AR takes a couple dribbles, launches it from before half court, and just cashes that shit. cashes it. Whole place goes crazy. Me, my little brother, and my nephew were watching this game. We were going crazy. We're like, shit. It was so dope to see. And then I made a 10-point game, and then it gave us all the momentum back going into halftime. Because going into halftime, the energy was feeling a little different. You still felt good because you had a 7-point lead, but it's just like, damn, like I didn't like the way we were ending the quarter. It wasn't going good for us. And then you have Reeves right there hit that shot, and then it switched the momentum back around, and we came out of third quarter, swinging, and we expanded the lead going into the fourth. But before the fourth started, you had Dennis Schroeder, who was just being a menace all game against Curry. Like, he literally was just literally on him the whole game. He was not giving him any breathing room. Unfortunately for Schroeder, he picked up 2 techs, which the second one was just complete BS. The first one's complete BS as well, because Schroeder wasn't doing anything that Draymond hasn't been doing all series. Like, Draymond's literally been taunting all damn series, and he's only gotten, I think, just 1. Well, 2, yeah, just 2 recent. Like, yeah, even that. I don't think he's only got, he's had that 2. Yeah, he has had 2. Technicals. And it's just so crazy to me. It's like, bro, he literally taunts every game up in people's faces. And he never gets called for taunting. But as soon as someone else does it to him, all of a sudden the refs want to call taunting. It's the most annoyingest thing I've ever seen. Like, it really is. I'm obviously going to let it go because Draymond's going to be part of LAKESHOW next year. So I got to let it go. But it's just really annoying. It is really annoying. I've been saying, because I watch his podcast as well. He's very insightful. You can say whatever you want about Draymond, man. But that guy knows the game, and he plays his ass off, and he knows his role. Like, he never tries to do more. He never tries to do anything less. He always plays his role. And that's the great thing about Draymond. Like, he don't give a damn about what his stats are. He just wants to win. He's a winner. So I can't wait to see him at LAKESHOW next year. But, it was just great to see that. Well, I mean, it wasn't great to see that, the 2 techs, because, he got ejected. The second one, like I said, was just even more crazier to me because, he might have, taunted and screamed in Draymond's face, but, dude, Draymond literally put the basketball straight into this guy's face. And Schroeder's the only one that got teed up. That was his second tech, and that's when he got ejected. And that honestly irked me because, like I said, taking a guy out like Schroeder at that point in the game, how good he was playing against Curry, that really, that really irked me because it's like you could change the game because of that. Thankfully, it didn't. Thankfully, we kept it going. LeBron kept applying the pressure, kept controlling the pace. And in the fourth quarter, we basically knocked them out. We knocked them out. We didn't give them a chance. We didn't give them no chance to breathe for air or give them any hope, especially in the fourth quarter. And, we closed that series out. And LeBron had his best game of the series, which was even better as well as an LBJ fan. It was great to see that. It was just, because it's like I was telling my brother, like, it's so weird to watch LeBron right now because you're so used to him just dominating the whole game, scoring wise, passing, like everything, right? And right now, he's dominating the game still, but he's just not doing it scoring wise like we're used to, right? And so it is kind of weird seeing it, but it's also kind of awesome seeing it as well because you know how great of a team we have. Because, bro, LeBron ain't going to let you, he ain't going to give you the ball, bro, if he don't trust you running the offense, bro. Which he really trusts D'Lo, and he really trusts Austin Reeves. Schroeder, he made a lot of boneheaded ass turnovers and fouls this round. I really hope he fixes that. Because, man, those were he made some boneheaded turnovers and some dumb fouls this series. But he made up for it, defensively. And he was scoring. He was chipping in his little, 10 points, 12 points with those little floaters or getting to the foul line. He's great at getting to the foul line as well, which is nice. That's like I said, just constantly attacking the paint. But LeBron ain't gonna give you that ball if he don't trust you, man. And he obviously got the ultimate trust in those two guys. Even Rui, I feel like he even trusts Rui. Like he sees Rui in the mid post. Here, go for it, do your thing. Like he's really trusts his team, and it's really awesome to see. But last night was probably the first game that I seen him like really assert himself offensively and be like, nah, like give me this shit. Like I'm gonna either take it to the rack or I'm gonna post you up and fade, and I'm gonna cash it. But everything I do is gonna be inside this key, inside this paint, and we dominated because of it. But definitely, big, huge kudos to Anthony Davis, who has just been playing lights out. This whole narrative, I know that, it's not really a narrative when you can see the stats behind it, with him just being bad on, odd games and stuff like that. It's like, I get that, but man, he's really been playing great basketball for us. He doesn't need to drop 40. We've been proving that these past couple games, he doesn't need to drop 40 for us to win. He basically just needs to destroy the game everywhere else, though, especially defensively. Not letting anything in the paint, contesting so many shots, getting rebounds, which is going to be massive this next round. It was just so awesome to see. I'm not surprised that we won at all, just for the simple fact that that's why I knew that he was going to be the biggest issue to the Warriors. Was going to be who's going to stop Anthony Davis. There was no answer for Anthony Davis. None. Literally none. He changed that whole series because they didn't have an answer for him. They had an answer for other players, but eventually they got on roles. There was times where D'Lo went on a scoring roll. Schroeder went on a scoring roll. Like I'm telling you, like all these guys, we're a great team. Like it's not a fugazi, like it's for real. Like the Lakers are a great team. I'm not being biased. I know I've been talking for like about an hour already, but it's because how great they are right now. They legit are the best team left in the playoffs. They really are. From top down, they're just the best team right now. And that's why I know that we're gonna match up well against the Nuggets. Let's be real. Let's be real. The ratings for the finals aren't going to be higher than the ratings for the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers that just happened. It's not. Because there's nobody left in the finals that could rival LeBron like that. The only ones that you could have maybe say that is going to be the Celtics, but it's the franchise of Celtics. It's not Tatum and Brown. That's not the matchup. And honestly, they don't want that matchup because then they're going to run into who's going to guard AD again. But that's looking way further down the road. But I'm not going to be shocked that if we see that the views for the Warriors and Lakers game were a lot higher than the finals game. I'm just not going to be surprised. Because this was the finals. You got the two best guys in the NBA going at it. The biggest names, literally the biggest names. Everybody's watching it because you're either rooting for this guy or you're rooting for that guy. There's no in between. You got people that literally are rooting for Curry, not even because they like Curry. They just want to see LeBron lose. So that's an extra thing to add to the wagon. Like, oh yeah, we already have these fake ass Warrior fans right here, but let's add all the people that hate LeBron as well and want to see LeBron lose, and that's who you're going against. And like I said, it was a great series. I'm just so glad that it's over because if it's one team that really does stress me out is this team. It really is, man, just because it's never over till it's over with them. And like I said, me personally, I don't really feel the dynasty's over until I see Dre and Clay leave. One of those guys to leave or both of them have to leave, which like I said is looking real likely for me. It really is because Jordan Poole was supposed to replace Clay, and Andrew Wiggins is supposed to replace Draymond. That's exactly what the Warriors' plans were. What they weren't planning was Jordan Poole and Draymond beefing, and then Jordan Poole was still acting like a little ass kid for the whole year. The whole year he was acting like it. I get it, bro. I get it, but you're also seeing this guy every day, and you should be able to talk this out. Whether the relationship obviously is never ever gonna go back to what it was. You're probably never gonna be homies, but you have to be cordial. You have to be cordial. You have to be able to put it aside just for this couple months, and then from there, one of you guys leaving, because one of them's leaving. Me personally, I feel like the Warriors are gonna keep Wiggins and Draymond and let Clay and see, I'm over getting all tongue twisted. Me personally, I feel like they're gonna keep Wiggins and Poole, and they're gonna let Clay and Draymond walk. They each got 1 year left. This is their last year as Warriors, but obviously they're gonna want an extension. The Warriors already put too much into Wiggins, Poole, and Curry. I seen an article already saying that they're already asking Clay to take a pay cut. Yeah, I don't know about you, but like, I don't know. I don't think Clay will take that pay cut, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a really low pay cut that you're gonna have to take. It's not gonna be a small pay cut. Nah, it's gonna be a big pay cut you're gonna have to take. And I don't think Clay's gonna be down with that. Draymond for sure is not gonna be down for that. Because he kind of already put it out in the media way before the season even started, saying like, oh yeah, like if they don't give me a supermax, I'm walking and I'm gonna go win championships with Bron. Well, guess what? They're not gonna give you that supermax. I just know they should. I mean, you ask me, I don't give a damn if these two you guys are younger. I'm still giving my money to Clay and Draymond. Straight up. I know a lot of people are making fun of Clay right now, calling Game 6 Clay a myth and all that stuff. Look, man, Clay had a great season. He did. He just went on a bad shooting slump the past two series. He just wasn't bad. He just wasn't there. But either way, when Clay shoots that three in your head, it's going in. When Clay grabs the ball, you're not sitting there like, You don't feel the same way as if Draymond Green would have the ball wide open from the three. Oh, shoot that shit all day, bro. I don't give a damn. If Clay's wide open for the three, I don't care if he's 0 for 15. In my head, that shit's still going in, bro. And all he needs to do is see it go in one time. And once it goes in one time, he could catch fire. That's the way it goes. I've seen it happen. I've literally seen it happen with Clay. Oh, he ain't shit this whole game. Next thing you know, he catches fire in the fourth quarter and we lose because of him. Like, I've seen it, man. Do not sleep on Clay, bro. Like, I see a lot of slander on Clay. Hell no, bro. Hell no. That ain't gonna fly with me, bro. Clay's that dude. He's that dude, and so is Draymond. And as long as those two guys are still with Golden State, the Golden State Warriors are still the Golden State Warriors. And I hate to say that shit because I fucking hate that team. I really do. I did not want to see these guys again. Like, it's really annoying having to try to go through these guys because they're a great team. They really are. I said I really don't have anything against them, but I'd have everything against their fan base. Fuck their fan base. Straight up. I don't care how that makes anybody feel, bro. I really don't, because y'all really are some fake ass fans, and I'll call anybody out who thinks they could out-fan me when it comes to something like that. Because like I said, ain't no jerseys we're rocking in 2014 or in 2009. None of that. I started seeing Warrior jerseys after that 2015 season. After it. Not before it. Y'all didn't join those years when Curry was hurt all the time. Because his ankles couldn't keep up with him. We just kept failing him. All of a sudden they start winning. All of a sudden everybody's a fan. And it's also because who it was against. If it was against anybody else, no, this wouldn't be as high. He wouldn't be held at such a high standard. Or why am I saying he? They wouldn't be showing that. They wouldn't be held at such a high standard. But because it was against LeBron James, it's such a huge talking point, right? That's the only reason. But like I said, I really just can't stand their fan base. I really can't. And it literally, like, it just literally makes me laugh to see, like, oh, okay, so you're just a person that doesn't want to be part of the grind. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be there when everything's going good, because that's exactly what the Golden State Warrior fans did. Nobody was there in 2009 Like I said, when they weren't winning nothing, from 2009 to 2014, they weren't winning nothing. It was dormant. Nobody was saying anything. Then all of a sudden they start winning, and everybody wants to hop on because who they're beating, because they're beating LeBron James, and because they're the hottest thing right now. They made the 3-point shot cool as hell. I mean, you see it all over the place. Like, kids have wide open layups, they'd rather kick it out to the person in the three. It's like, I love basketball, man. And I love the fundamentally part of basketball. Like, I really do. I love the fundamentals in basketball. And that's the one thing I just hate to see. Like, if it's the Warriors doing it, I don't give a shit. Go for it. That's you guys. This is your game. If you don't want to if you don't want to take a wide open layup but kick it out to someone in the three, go for it. You're the Warriors. But it's everybody else that's trying to do it. That's not them. Where it's like, y'all shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, Steph can make those freaking 40, 50 footers. You can. You know what I'm saying? And I see them practicing. That's cool and all that, man. But eventually, even Curry had to tone it down. I'm pretty sure they all told him, like, hey, that's cool and sweet and shit that you could hit from that far, but we don't need you doing that. Because he hasn't been shooting. I mean, when's the last time he pulled up from that far? Honestly. I rarely see him pull up from half court anymore. Like, everything is more calculated. Everything is more, by the 3-point line now. But the damage is done. The damage is done because literally, like I said, I'll be watching a lot of games and of the youth, even in college, wide open layup. Oh, let's kick it out to the 3-point line. Crazy to me, just so crazy to me. But just so glad the Lake Show was able to just win this series, man, and how they won it. Darvin Ham, like I said, coached his ass off. You had AD going off. Braun went off this last game, and it was everybody else. Lonnie Walker, can't say that enough. And then just how great our defense was. Our defense was just so amazing, and I'm just so glad to move on to the next round. Let me see here. So today we got the final game 7 of the second round between the 76ers and the Celtics. This is going to be a great game, guys. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's in Boston. And we all know how it is playing in Boston, man. We all know how it is playing in Boston. So I want to say the Celtics are going to win this game, but for some odd reason, I get a vibe that Embiid is going to have like that MVP game. The game that shows like, this is why I was the MVP of the league. Not saying that he's the best player in the world, but just him saying like, this is why I'm the MVP player of the NBA. I'm over getting all tongue twisted. This is why I'm the NBA's MVP. And the only thing is that really, that's my gut telling me that. But the only thing that tells me saying that no to that is because the Celtics are a better team. They really are. I mean, your one chance that you had to knock this team out was game 6. I mean, it fit perfect. You had like a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Tatum wasn't making shit. He literally was like 1 for 12. He wasn't making anything. He wasn't making no shots whatsoever. Didn't switch out his shoes, nothing. He literally wasn't making anything. Next thing you know, literally like 5 minutes left in this game, he hits a 3. Then he hits another one. And he just catches fire, and closes that game out. Like, I literally got to watch greatness. Like, I'm so used to watching LeBron take games over like that, right? His whole career. And so it was so weird to see someone else do that. But it felt good to see it. Because, like, I'm pretty, like, I put myself in the shoes of like a whack-ass Celtics fan, right? So watching that game, you're demoralized. Tatum isn't playing good, so you're going to hear from people like, or you're probably already hearing Tatum sucks or blah, 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 this, and this. And so, you have all this weight coming down on you, right? You're about to lose. You just had your hockey team lose. And then Tatum goes off like that. So I could just imagine, like a young whack ass Celtics fan, or a teenage whack ass Celtics fan, adult whack ass Celtics fan, just watching and just being overjoyed with it. Just being like, yeah, like going crazy because that game should have been won by the Sixers, and it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's where it's just kind of like, man, like, Joe, you're supposed to be the MVP. You had the lead and you didn't close them out. Like, you can't go. There's just certain places you can't go for a game 7. Boston's one of them. Lakers are one of them, and the Warriors are one of them. Like, you can't go into those games 7s expecting to win as a road team. You just can't. You can't. It's all against you right there. So I got the Celtics moving on and matching up with the Heat. But like I said, something keeps telling me the 76ers that Embiid is going to have an MVP game. But I just think the better team's going to win. And like I said, it's in whack-ass Boston. So, you can take that with a grain of salt. But then, and that's another team, like I said, as well, that's extremely dangerous, is that Miami Heat team. So whoever plays them, it's not going to be easy. The Miami Heat have great vibes right now. They're winning. Like I said, the only thing that really, kind of makes me question them is just, have they really been tested? Like, have they really actually been tested? And that's where it's just kind of like, I don't know. Because the 76ers in this whole equation, it doesn't look good for them, because you have the Celtics, who are trying to get back to the finals because they felt like they should have won last year. You got the Heat, who are fully healthy now, who felt the last couple of years should have been in the finals. And now they're there. So they know what it takes to get there. The Celtics know what it takes to get there. This team doesn't. The 76ers team doesn't. So that's why I feel like, all the cards are stacked up against them. But that could also be the ultimate motivation as well. But it's just gonna get real spicy, guys, because like the internet has been saying as well, if the Celtics win, they match up with the Heat. The Lakers and the Nuggets, they've already matched up before, and these were the exact same matchups that happened in the bubble. The one championship that everybody keeps on trying to put an asterisk on for LeBron. It's the same teams literally 2 years later, 3 years later, whatever you want to say. Like, not that many players have changed from both these two teams' roster. The most obviously has been the LAKESHOW, because literally AD and LeBron are the only ones left. But when it comes to the Heat and the Celtics, those teams are all still intact. So it's gonna get real spicy after this game, to see what goes on and who's gonna play in this next round. The Lakers and the Nuggets play on Tuesday, game 1, which I feel is a perfect time to just get another game 1 win. Steal one there. Like I said, I just feel like that's a bad matchup for the Nuggets. I really do think it's a bad matchup for the Nuggets, just because I feel like we have the bodies to throw at Jokic. And at the end of the day, even though I've been praising Murray a lot, he's still streaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still streaky. Like, he's not a consistent, I'm going to give you 30 every night. There's going to be the one or two games that he does, and those are going to be the games that they win. But I just don't think it's a good matchup for the Nuggets. I really don't think we're a good matchup for them. I think that we really outmatched them, because I feel like our role players and our bench are way better than theirs. Because once they start going to their bench, they don't have a good deep bench. They really don't. They don't. And if you want us to play small ball, that's fine. We literally just got done playing a series of the best small ball team. So, like, there's literally, like, I just don't see a situation where the Nuggets win this series at all. Like, literally at all. I think the Lakers are going to keep up their streak that they're going on, and I feel like they'll close that out in 6 again. Like I said, I feel like Murray will go off like 2 games, and I feel like those are the 2 games they're going to win. But At the end of the day, you need both those two guys for the Nuggets to win. With on the other side, we don't need that. Literally, our whole team could drop 10 and 20. It don't matter who it is. Like 10 points or 20 points. Like it don't matter. Any given guy on our team could do that any night. And that's why I feel like we're just deeper. We're just way more of a better team. And then our defense is just insane. I don't feel the Nuggets defense is that good. I was watching them, especially the Suns, and dude, they were letting Joker just keep on getting defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds, all this stuff, right? That's not going to happen with us. We're not going to allow that to happen. And I know that's going to hurt the Nuggets really bad when that starts happening, when they're not getting all these second chance points, because they got a lot of second chance points against the Suns just because nobody on the Suns team was trying to grab rebounds besides Ayton. Literally nobody else. Nobody else was trying to grab rebounds. Everybody was just trying to grab the ball and then just throw it down there to Booker or KD. That's not a good recipe, because we could literally just hone down on those two guys, which they basically did. And that's what I feel like the Lakers will do. They're either gonna, I feel like whoever has a hot hand in each game, that's who they're just gonna keep on letting, get hot. But the other guy they're gonna focus on. So if Joker gets hot one game, they're just gonna focus on focus on Murray and just let Joker do his thing. And there might be a game where, Murray's getting hot and they're just going to let Murray get hot, but they're going to just double team the heck or just blitz the hell out of Joker. Like I said, I just feel like it's a very bad matchup wise. We're too hot of a team. We're playing too much great basketball. We got all the motivation behind us. And it's gonna be an awesome series, but it's a series I know for a fact the Lakers are gonna win and go be back in the finals. And it's just gonna be so awesome for that. Like it really is. It really is. It's year 2023, LeBron's number. Like it's just gonna be awesome. The parade's gonna be amazing. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to be part of it. But I don't want to look too far ahead. I just, like I said, just from what I'm watching, man, great team. But yeah, we'll see who comes out of this game and is gonna face the Miami Heat. Sticking to the basketball world, man, we had some crazy news drop this morning. Dude, honestly, when I seen this news, I thought that, people were joking. Oh my God, and I just can't believe it. I really can't. Actually, no, you know what? I can believe it. But if you haven't heard about the news, you had Ja Morant for the second time get caught with a gun on an IG Live. The second time. Why do you always have to carry a gun with you, dog? And why are you hanging around with people that you should have to be carrying a gun around? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Especially how everything that he's got going on. You just got a shoe deal with Nike. You just read up. You just got a bag. Like, you're doing so good. Your team was second best team in the Western Conference Finals this year. And you decide within a couple months span to do this again. The first time it was him. So you can't really, there's nobody to point the finger at besides him in that first one. It's like, bro, that literally was all you. You literally can't be like, oh, that was so-and-so recording. Why were you recording me? No. The first one was all you, bro. All you. You gave that bullshit ass freaking apology, which everybody that knows body language, study body language, know that you lying. You don't believe anything you're saying. You literally were just saying all that just so you could hurry the hell up and get done with that interview and go back to trapping. You can literally see it. Body language, everything was just right there. Like, he did not mean any of those words he said. He don't give a damn. He just wanted to hurry up with that interview and go back and freaking be with his boys. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only do so much. And it just sucks to see, a very, a person that has so much potential, like literally unlimited, sky's the limit potential, just throwing it away, basically. You know? It's like you're just throwing it away because you're like who you're hanging out with. Like, man, it never ends right. You know? And then what's gonna happen now? You're gonna tell all them like, oh, I can't kick with y'all no more, bro, because in all honesty, y'all bad for me. Oh, well, you're not real no more. You're not a real dude no more. Oh, he's fake. He switched up. No. He's trying to better his life, man. I mean, that's what I would expect him to do. That's what I would want him to do, honestly. But at the end of the day, he's his own man. He's going to do whatever he wants to do, obviously. But man, it's just so wild to me that for a person to just be so, like, so just not have no self-awareness. Like, none. Like, bro, you have no sense of no self-awareness at all, bro. No sense of it. Excuse me. You know, people could be, you know, because I've been seeing people right now too saying like, oh, see, that's not your friend. Your friend set you up. Your friend knew that you had a gun on you and he still did it. And blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, Josh shouldn't have flashed that gun. Keep that in your pocket, bro. You go ahead, because I be seeing people right now trying to point the finger at the guy who was holding the camera. It's not his fault. He didn't know what he was doing. He knew that Jaw had that gun. He knew it. Let's be real too. Because I'm not here trying to defend him. Like, let's be real. Like, you know he has a gun. And yet you decided to put it on him. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. So dude, I guarantee he was having a great day. I guarantee it was a great day. And now it's back to, you're back to square one again, bro. And I guarantee you, like I said, he was probably having a great day. It looked like it was early. It looked like they were probably going to get some breakfast, something, right? They were going to go do something fun with the homies. That shit got put to a halt real quick, bro. And it happens that fast. It happens that fast. I'm not here, gonna be sitting here happy that, that this happened to Jaw, because I'm not happy. I'm not, man. That stuff like that it's not cool to, make fun of someone when they're down. Because right now, he's the butt of the joke all over again. All over again, bro. Literally what you just kind of worked yourself out of, to this little hole that you dug out of. Well, now you just got dropped into a bigger hole. Because now these dudes are going to have real conversations with you about you, bro. Like, the first one could have been a slap on the wrist, but this one's for real. I feel like this one's, they're going to make an example out of him on this one. Which sucks. It sucks that it got to that point. It really does suck that he got to that point, man. But gosh dang, bro, you gotta stop. You gotta stop with the whole having the gun out in the open. Dude, keep it concealed, bro. Keep it concealed. Nobody cares if you want to be, a trapper, bro. Like, literally nobody cares about that, bro. Like, obviously nobody besides the people in your circle, because they're the only ones hyping you up about that kind of shit. Because everybody outside your circle is looking at you like, come on, bro. You gotta be better. You gotta be better, man. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't throw it away, bro. Don't throw it away. You're a very exciting young player that, is you're self-destructing your career. And it's not even due because of injuries. It's literally due because of harm. Like, harm that you're doing to yourself. And that's the worst part about it. At least, like with D Rose, you could be like, damn, D Rose would have been a Hall of Famer. I mean, some people might see him like that. He could have been a Hall of Famer, all-time great, if he would have never got hurt. And I agree. But he got hurt, man. His knees did him dirty. Brutus and Cassius on the knees, bruh. And you got this kid right here who's literally, that's the athleticism that he actually reminds me of, is prime D Rose. For prime Russell Westbrook, just bunny is crazy. Athleticism, energy, crazy. And then you're throwing it away with these with these guns, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like me in general, like I mean, I'm not, quiet about it. Like I don't like guns, bro. I really don't. I never have and never will. I've lost 3 really, really great, amazing friends over those things. Yeah, and I'll never be cool with them. That stuff sticks with you, and I just don't like those things. Yeah, but and just to see that, it really sucks, man. It really does. It does. It's not a good feeling seeing someone have to go through this all over again. And like I said, I feel like this time it's gonna be a lot harsher, and they're really gonna make an example out of it on this one because it's your second time. The timetable, it hasn't even been like 10 months, and you're back at it. The Grizzlies already sent out a statement saying that he's suspended from all team activities. So now your teammates, your organization, who's already in shambles because of what the Lakers did to you guys and what you guys did to yourself, basically. Saying you fired in the West, the gun thing, Dylan Brooks, not talking to the media. I mean, all this stuff just stacking up on you guys, right? And then you do this again. Like, it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't feel like this time it's going to be a slap in the wrist. I'd be really surprised if it is, honestly. But, like, imagine if they just say, all right, we're going to spend you 42 games with no pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's going to... That will send shockwaves through the whole NBA. Like, damn. Like, they're for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're for real, for real. Like, yo, don't ever bring it. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, it's a star young player. And that's the worst part of it, It's like, man, you're trying to build up these young players. And then, they're doing stuff like this. It's really, really tough. But me personally, I just feel like he just needs to get the help, man. He needs to really look around his circle and really, really start cutting people off. Like, straight up, man, you really need to look around your circle and be like, you're not good for me, you're not good for me, and you got to go. No questions asked, but this is where it ends. Like I can't, like, it's one of those, he can't be going through this anymore, man. There's only so much, dude. There's only so much before they just say, enough's enough. We'll make an example out of you. And they legit will keep you out the league for a while if they have to. I've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. It's just very, very unfortunate. Like I said, very, very unfortunate that he puts himself in these kind of positions. But I just hope that he really does get the help that he needs. Instead of just telling people what they want to hear on national television. I really feel like he really needs to follow through with everything he's saying. He really needs to look at that group around him. Whoever it is, it don't matter who it is, family, friends, agents, whatever it is, man. You really need to look a deep dive into who's around you, and you need to start cutting some heads off, bro. You need to start burning some bridges, like, for real, because it's only gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt them. They're gonna keep on being who they are. It's only gonna hurt you in your pockets, bro. It's only gonna hurt you, only. But yeah, like I said, that's unfortunate, and I hope that gets resolved, and he gets the help that he needs, man, because he's too young. He's too great of a young player to be putting himself through these kind of things. So I really do hope that he does get that figured out and situated. But yeah, guys, such a great. This was obviously a very long podcast because I had lots to talk about. Mainly all NBA. Also too, there was a huge news as well that the Suns also fired, Monty Williams, which I feel like that is just a wild choice. A super wild decision. I don't feel like he was the problem. I really don't. Your team was already trash. The team itself. Obviously you had Ayton and even Crowder beefing, stuff like that. Crowder got traded within the season. You have stories coming out saying that like Ayton that he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it enough. They're pretty much testing like his competitive nature. You've seen the well, at least I've seen the clips on the internet of D-Book pretty much telling him like, "Yo, like quit your shit, like play ball," and he's just kind of like whatever about it, doesn't care. There's rumors already rumbling saying that the CP3 and Ayton are probably gonna get shopped. But I just think that wasn't a right move for the Suns to get rid of Monty, because I truly don't believe he was the problem. I feel like that from the beginning of the season, this team has had issues, and their band-aid basically was to fix the issue was to trade for Kevin. I feel like, hey, if we get this player, we'll be back all right, and we'll go back to being contenders, and that still didn't work. And it's honestly, I just don't feel like I just don't know where KD's mindset is of him trying to be like a playmaker. I really don't get that, because I've seen that a lot this series. And the times that he wasn't doing that and was just more focused on scoring is the games that they won. But that's why I just find it so weird. It's like, why is this guy trying to be a playmaker? Like, you're an assassin, bro, the highest level, an elite tier assassin. Like, be an assassin. Shoot the ball. Shoot from three. Shoot the middies. Keep the defense not knowing what the hell you're going to do next, and keep scoring. And that didn't happen this season. Or this series. It didn't. It's so crazy to me, though. Like, it's just not a good look. For me, it's not a good look. Because to me, it's like, okay, you left the Suns. First, you try to get the GM and the freaking coach fired. That didn't work. So then you dipped over here. And then your first year here, your coach gets fired as well. Like, it's like you're a common denominator, bro. Like, literally wherever you go, like, the coaches get fired. I think the only place that didn't happen in was in Golden State. But even then, he was asking for, I think, the GM, or I don't think he has for Kerr to get fired, but I know he has for the GM to get fired, which is crazy. And which is another thing with KD is that I don't think he really fully understands is that, bro, you're not LeBron James. You can't make those calls, bro. And I feel like he tries to make those calls, and each time he gets shut down because he's not that guy. You're not that guy, bro. You're not. You're the third. You could argue who's the third best player in the NBA, and that's it. But the first two is definitely LeBron James. And right underneath them is Curry. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to say right underneath them. There's still a big-ass gap. But, the next guy next to LeBron would be Curry. It's not Durant. And it just makes me laugh how, like, I see him trying to move or trying to act like if he can make those calls. And it's like, bro, you don't make those calls. LeBron makes those calls. Just like Pat Beverly told you in the bubble. LeBron says we playing, we playing. He didn't say if KD said we're playing. He said LeBron. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows who the face of the league is. And I just feel like KD doesn't have the self-awareness to know that you're not him. You're not LBJ. You don't make no calls. Even the first time he has to get traded, they said, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, come on, bro. It's just wild to me, though. I just don't feel like that was a great move at all by the Suns. I seen the thing saying that they're going to try to pursue Lou Williams. So it's like, oh, okay. So, Tyronn Lue. So it's like, oh, I'm over here saying Lou Williams, Lemon Pepper. But they're just trying to get Ty Lue from the Clippers. So obviously that's premeditated because it literally came in the exact same day. Oh, Monty Williams gets fired the same day. Oh, the Suns are going to pursue Clippers head coach. Okay, so who's making that call, or who wants him as their coach. It's not Devin Booker, it's KD. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, that dude's he tries to be in LeBron's shadow, bro, and it's just not gonna work. LeBron's shadow is too huge. It's too big. You'll never compare to it ever in your life, ever. There's literally no comparison whatsoever, especially now. Especially after you see what we do to this Nuggets team that you couldn't do. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's because CP3 wasn't healthy or anything like that. That's the playoffs, bro. I've been saying that. It's all fun and games when everybody's healthy, bro. But, when it's not healthy, it goes down to who the deeper team is. And I just feel that Lakeshore are the deeper team and that's left in the series next to the Heat. Next to the Heat, I feel like they're the deepest team. But yeah, I did not like that firing at all. There's also that, picture, the meme going around the internet too, saying that, since 2002, there's only one coach that has won the NBA championship that's still with their team, and that's Kerr. Everybody else has been fired. Which Monty Williams actually brought up in an interview that I was watching, saying that, that he doesn't want to say he's fearful for his job, but that, that he's been watching, the how organizations are moving. And he pretty much predicted his firing. He pretty much said, like, I don't want to say that I'm fearful for my job, but I do know what's going around in the NBA and blah, 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 this, and this. And then here you go, he gets fired. Which I rather hope that instead of him being a head coach, I hope he wants to, might want to take a seat back and come to the Lake Show. You know what I'm saying? As like an assistant coach or something. I would love to have Monty Williams as part of our coaching staff for real. I feel like he'd be a great asset. But obviously, with the success he had with the Suns, I don't know if that's going to happen. But that's also another thing too, man, where the Suns messed up. It's like, dude, you guys had a good thing going and y'all messed it up. Y'all messed it up. And now you guys are going to blow up the team and expect Devin Booker and KD to recruit a bunch of players that they've been wanting to play with to join them. The only bad thing is that you're letting two guys that have never proven they could build a team or get the right players around them and actually finish. You're going to put all the trust in them. That's so smart. That sounds like a Suns organization. Yeah, let's give the two guys that literally haven't won anything, haven't proven they could win building a team or giving input. And let's go with what they're saying. That's so smart. But hey, keep doing what you're doing, because you're in our division. And if you keep on self-destructing, more easier for us, boys. But yeah, those are mainly the two biggest things that's been going on in the sports world. Just really been taken over like by avalanche. The NBA playoffs has just been everywhere. But I'm just so glad to be able to say that my team's still in it, and that I'm excited for this next matchup against the Suns. Against the Nuggets, and it's one that I know we're gonna win. I'm just more excited to see what goes on in the Eastern Conference, to see what happens in this game that starts literally in 7 minutes. But like I said, I do got the Celtics winning, but man, something's telling me that Embiid's probably gonna have an MVP game. And if there's one game to have your MVP game, to show your greatness, to show the world I am one of the best players as well, it's this one for Embiid. It's this one. It's Game 7. Everybody's going to be watching it. It's Mother's Day. And there's going to be a lot of people just sitting there watching the game. So if he's going to make a statement, if he's going to prove to people to start taking him real serious as one of the best basketball players in the world, this is the game. So it's either going to be him or it's going to be Tatum. It's going to be one of the people. Or it could be even Jaylen Brown, who a lot of people are talking about, saying that he's not going to be there next year, which I wouldn't mind. Because that duo of him and Tatum is very, very lethal. But we'll see what happens today in this game. So excited to finally be dropping, podcasts again. Like I said, I did take, that week off basically just because this Warrior team really does stress me out. And I didn't want to just be a roller coaster every time of emotions. But like I said, I want to congratulate them on what they've been able to keep on doing the last 10 years. And I will reiterate that I do not like their fan base. Do not fuck with them at all. Just so fake, man. I just don't respect the, hey, we're winning now, sir, or they're winning now and they beat LeBron James, so let me hop onto that wagon. Like, nah, bro. If you're from the Bay, if you're from San Francisco and all that shit, hey, obviously I'm not talking to you. Obviously, because what are you supposed to do when your home city team starts winning? Of course you're going to freaking back it up. Of course you're going to be like, Warriors and all this. I get that. This is not towards them or to the people that have been fans since 2009. It's, it's literally for those people that have started in 2015 and on. So if this offends you, it's because you're that person. You're that person. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't, it's because like I said, you're either from San Francisco, or you've been a fan of Curry since 2009 when he first came into the league. But if it's not that, and you know, like I said, I know you could literally always tell when it's a Golden State fan, because they literally have no jerseys besides, you know, the current ones. You know, they only have Curry or Clay. But you'll never see them in like a Mullins jersey, a Tim Hardaway jersey, a Wilt Chamberlain jersey. Who's another one? I'm forgetting his name. He has like the longer hair. I even know a couple. You know, I don't see nobody in Baron Davis jerseys, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, players like that. Like and that was the most recent one, the We Believe team. That was before Steph got there. And even then, you weren't seeing Warriors fans. You weren't seeing jerseys like that. I know what I'm saying, because I've literally lived through their runs, and I lived when the We Believe Warriors happened. I was going for them because I wanted them to beat freaking the Jazz, because the Jazz were the number one team, or was it Jazz or the Mavericks? One of them. I'm pretty sure. No, it was the Jazz. It was the Jazz, because I'll never forget that dunk that Baron Davis had on AK-47 on Karolinko. That shit was nasty. Homie untucked his jersey and everything. Like, it was nasty. And that place was rocking. Oracle was rocking. I'll never forget that game because I was watching it. And, you know, it's like those, like I'm saying, like those are the fans that I'm not talking about those ones, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely talking about those new ones where it's like, I know you have not been a fan for this team since the jump. Like, you don't know the history of this team. They don't. They really don't. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I know more about their team than they do. But that's just also too because I love sports. I love sports, but you know, you got to really know your team if that's who you're going to be rooting for. And like I said, it's just annoying, you know, seeing them because they feel like they got that one up because, you know, they beaten us up in the finals. And it's like, that's fine, but everybody knows, like, we don't take you serious because two of them were with KD and one of them Kyrie and Love were here. Like, it's like you're never gonna get that satisfaction from a LBJ fan, because it is gonna get brought up, and we do, like, it would have changed the series. It would have. That first year, and then that third year when they had to go cry and get KD because they knew we had all the confidence and we would have beat them again that next year. But it is what it is. It's all, you know, he say, she say, this would have happened, that could have happened type stuff. And that's not the world we live in. What happened. That's just what it is. You can't change history. But at the end of the day, like I said, I have all the respect for the Warriors. I really do. I respect that team as a team, because the only person I ever feared going against LBJ, and I'll straight up say it anytime, was the Mamba. Kobe was the only one where I was like, oh man, like, this freaking dude, bro. Like, he's the only one that I literally feared. And it was just Kobe. It wasn't the team. I didn't fear his team. I feared him. Like, it was like, gosh damn, like, this dude's so good, you know? But the Warriors, I don't fear them. You know, I don't fear them, or I don't fear Curry. It's just more of a respect thing with them. It's just kind of like, damn, like, these fools really are good. Like, they are a solid ass squad. But like I said, it's just the fake fans though. It's just the fake ones that try to, you know, that they always try to bring up the LeBron thing. The LeBron thing is like, yeah, because that's the only thing you could bring up. You can't bring up your past history because you don't know shit about your past history. You don't want to talk about that because they were ass. They were a trash franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were a trash franchise. So trust me, I wouldn't want to bring that up either, and I wouldn't want someone else to bring that up either. But it's just that thing because, like I said, they always try to, you know, bring the LeBron thing up and all that stuff, and it's like, look, bro, like, we've been fans. We didn't just start being fans. And like I said, I know that's gonna offend some people, and I don't care. I really don't care, because if it does offend you, it's because you're literally what I'm talking about. But if it doesn't offend you, it's because you're on that other side where I said that you've been a fan You know your shit, and or you're from San Francisco. But it don't matter because y'all in Cancun anyways. Y'all in Cancun anyways, dog. Y'all in Cancun anyways. There's only one California team left, and y'all know who that is. It's the LAKESHOW, baby. We're gonna win this whole thing. Remember who told you first? Like I said, I've been saying this since the play-in that we're gonna win this damn thing because we are the best team left in the playoffs. We really are. It's no fugazi. It ain't no cap. It ain't me being biased. It's me being freaking for real. The Lakers are going to win the freaking championship, guys. I know what I'm telling you guys. But with that being said, I love every single one of you guys. I really do. I'm sorry that I didn't keep up with the APV vibes too much today, just because, like I said, I had to roast the fan base real quick. But it's just so great to be back and to be able to talk about sports again. Because I am a huge believer in superstitions, and so that's why it's like I wanted to hold off in this round, and I just kept on pretty much doing the same thing until we won the whole thing. But just so excited to be able to talk about it more relaxed now, knowing that the biggest threat in the playoffs is gone now for us. Speaking for us, I'm just so happy that it was us. But we're going to have a great test here with the Nuggets because they were the number 1 seed overall in the Western Conference. So it's, they ain't no fluke. They're going to come with it and try to prove to us why they were the number 1 seed. And, I'm pretty sure they still got something against us from us, being them 4-1 in 2020. So it's going to be a real exciting matchup to see, AD and Joker go at it. And then it's going to be fun to see who's going to stop LeBron James. Yeah, that's going to be the biggest X factor right there, because there's nobody really on that side that could guard him. But it's going to be a great series to watch. Can't wait to watch it on Tuesday. Can't wait to see how this game finishes. Also, too, I want to send a big happy Mother's Day to every single mother out there. Man, we all love y'all so much, really. I love my mother very much. She's literally the best mother anybody could ever ask for. I wouldn't trade her in for nobody. And I would want the same mom and dad, siblings, everything, all that in every life. Whether it's every life, even after this one. I want the same people. I've been blessed with, with my mother. A very loving one, a very caring one, a very, very hardworking one. And I just love her to death, man. I really do. I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything. I know me, I probably haven't been the easiest son, but I know for a fact I haven't been the worst one. And if there's one thing that you never have to worry about or question, is the love that I have for you. I have lots of love for you. I always will. That will never change. And just thank you. Thank you for everything and everything that you do for all of us. I know we all greatly appreciate it. And we wouldn't ask for anyone else to be our mother. So thank you. I love you. And like I said, happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. None of us men or women would be out here without any of y'all. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it revolves around mama. And it always will. And so happy Mother's Day for all the mothers out there and single mothers. Love every single one of y'all. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Gonna keep putting out a lot more podcasts and a lot more TikToks now. If you don't follow me on TikTok, ShoeBender16. Gonna be doing a lot of end game analysis again. Well, not analysis, but just giving breakdowns of the games. We'll give one today about the 76ers and the Celtics, and then I'll keep doing that for the rest of the playoffs. Like I said, now that I don't have to worry about the stressful ass team that's out the way. But I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. Love every single one of you guys, and I will catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, there's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste. So you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life.